to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of No Label, the podcast. Here with my boy Nell.
Yo.
Here with Kiman.
Yes, sir.
Also known as DJ 360, whatever he wants to go by at the time.
Yeah, I'm feeling Kiman.
You know, Morrow behind the scenes, as always. Tomorrow worldwide.
But yeah, man, shout out to Guap Coin. Shout out to our sponsors, man.
Coin.
We're looking for more sponsors, you know what I'm saying? If y'all liking our content, y'all want to place ad here. You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
I mean, send us some merch too. Some people hit us up in the DM. They gonna send some shit through. Hit us up.
That's a
fact. I mean, we got a PO box and all that, so send us some merch.
I always want to. If I could not wear like anything but artist merch, like people I know who making stuff, I'd do that shit all day.
Especially now, because all that shit is hard. Like,
yeah,
they using maybe not the exact same stuff, but they're using the same programming, the same manufacturers and all that to get that shit out as the higher fashion brands or H&M, ASOS, all of them. So yeah. I don't see why not.
I think there needs to be like a revolution, like how Ye was screaming for the longest about like kicking in the door for fashion shit. It needs to be a revolution in America for like street fashion. Like as far as like I'm talking about like textiles. I'm like literally like.
What do you mean a revolution though? Because I feel like street fashion is what fashion is now.
It is, but like a lot of the times we don't be owning the printing presses, the fields where the cotton or the like polyester is made type. I'm talking about like real El Plaga shit. Like
yeah.
Like we always talking shit about slaves picking cotton. We all wear shirts, you know what I mean? Like let's get back in the fields. Let's get back in the fields, get these jeans and shirts right.
That was Nelson Clark.
I see where that's going.
Oh yeah, man.
Nelson said, "Get back in the field, niggas."
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. We made the country, you know what I mean, on our backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the whole get back in the field, I don't know about that.
Hey, look, depending on what the hourly rate.
Let's buy the land first. We got the machines. We have the technology. We have the technology now. So let's get.
You got on them Larry Junes today.
I mean, like I said, man, if I could buy all like artists and like black everything, I'm doing that shit.
Good job, Larry. Good job, Nelson.
Good job to you, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit, what y'all boys been listening to, man? No, we gotta dive into that.
Yeah.
Joey Badass on repeat.
2000.
That shit's smooth, bro.
Yeah. I was like, I felt like a proud friend when he dropped this joint.
like it's your real homie.
Yeah, man. Cause I remember when 1999 came out and how that shit made me feel, and just like that whole movement. Yeah. That shit like helped build my identity as like.
Fact.
A fucking man, like as a kid in that time, like, and to see him still in the game 10 years later, 10 plus.
Bro, he was, because I think, me and Joey are the same age. So him being, what was he, like 16 when he dropped that?
That's crazy.
I'm like, bro, he's 16, thinking like this, talking like this. I'm like, yo.
Spitting. Yeah. And this is right around when, quote unquote, mumble rap was coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
SoundCloud era.
That was SoundCloud.
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it was before.
I feel
because this was still like in the middle of the mixtape era to me. Yeah, because Long Live ASAP dropped around that time. Crenshaw dropped around that time with Nipsey. Mailbox Money dropped like I think a year or two later. Like it was mixtapes being released.
I think it was when New York was kind of like fading back, because when, like you said, ASAP was popping and it was like, oh, this don't sound like New York. And nobody was like, oh, where's the New York sound? Oh, everybody's want to sound like they're from the South somewhere else. Joey and the boys was
the
spitting.
one. He was the one.
Yeah. And it was just like, nah, this is shit I grew up listening to that was hard. And people our generation is making it now.
And all the old heads loved him because he was picking the old MF Doom beats, Preem beats.
Yes, sir.
The funny thing is, though, he said he never listened to any of those songs that the beats was on before making the album. Like he just picked those beats and then like rapped on them and made it. He said he never heard any of those songs. And all the old heads is like, fuck you mean you ain't heard those songs? Fuck you mean?
Yeah, bro. It's in him. It's in him.
But I think that made it better though, because he didn't go in there trying to have a certain type of flow like the previous songs. He didn't go in there trying to make certain rhyme schemes or structure the song how the old song was. He just went in there with his own sauce.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to, and 2000 sounds like the continuation, like
mature version.
The mature version of that, and it's just like
you went from number 8 Kobe to number 24 Kobe.
I seen that too. You posted that.
For sure, bro.
I heard that Division.
The track.
Yeah,
they amped that joint so hard.
You don't think it's good?
I'll keep it 1,000. I did not listen to it.
Kiman.
I heard this.
I fuck with the song. I think it is super toxic, but the song is pretty dope.
You seen the video?
I did. I like that shit. Especially with like, I ain't know him and Maul was like.
Yeah, Maul be niggas all the time.
That nigga and Maul be everywhere, bro. But yeah.
Bro, it's so funny because him and Roy try to act like they like not industry. I'm like, bro, that niggas is the industry. And the thing is, it's such a negative term or connotation to it now, being industry, but it's like, bro, if you're friends with artists.
I'm not industry, I'm in the streets.
Like, artists exactly.
Roy is putting out a whole album.
Right, I seen that shit. I was like,
what was the first single? It was Drum, well, Shelly and who was it? Alex Isley? No.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember.
My thing is like,
it was Drum and somebody else.
When you have so many friends who like are of that, it's kind of like
exactly.
you automatically are attached to it.
It's probably like you ain't even got to cut it back from. Probably just like sign some percentages or some shit like that.
Yeah, who knows? I'm sure it's gonna sound dope. He got a good ear.
Yeah, I think the song toxic though. I think it was some real shit.
No, that's a fact. I mean, it's toxic because it brings up that conversation like, oh, men cheated don't mean nothing, but if girls cheat, it's like emotions attached to it, which I believe is 100% fact. But you know,
there's always.
I used to think that.
There's always exceptions.
Okay, go ahead. I gotta hear this.
I used to think that until about a couple years ago.
But yeah,
I think there's some women that could just like.
I agree with that now.
Yeah.
Just have sex and fuck dudes and like not really have any attachment to them.
No, you're right.
I know some.
Right.
It's a different breed of women.
It's a
I know some lady savages.
Percentage. I think majority of women, especially if you like, a lot of people, you know, make decisions off emotions anyways. Like a lot of girls like, oh, we don't cheat, but then a second the guy piss you off. Or
girls just don't get caught.
Oh yeah, they way better.
They just don't
than
get
us.
caught. They're excellent at cheating.
Way better than us. It's not even a competition.
I mean, I can't relate because I never have.
Or you just don't know.
No, I'm talking about I've never cheated.
Oh,
I'm not saying I've never been cheated on. I don't know. I'm not putting that past nothing.
I'm not a cheater. I've been accused, but nah. What?
Why were you accused?
I was detached, but it is what it is. It wasn't the case. But I'm at the point like now where it's like I'll in the situation I'll end the relationship before I cheat.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Even when I did that, I felt like I was like, damn. I damn near feel like if I cheated, we'd still be together. So it's like a give and take. I feel like it's really up to the person.
Now, is cheating a deal breaker for y'all?
It depends, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
It depends. Like if the girl I'm with right now, if she cheat,
bruh,
I had to take maybe like a little break, but I don't know.
If you with her for 10 years, y'all got kids, y'all got a house, y'all doing, and she step out.
That's a little different, because now you're giving up your whole system, like, just because, like not just because you stepped out, but, like, because of that.
We gonna work through this.
Yeah, we gonna have to, like, you got to fix
both our names on this
like,
mortgage.
girls, when a nigga cheat on a girl, bro, 9 times out of 10, they probably will go back. Like, that's what usually happens. Mm-hmm. I feel like I gotta be fair. If I ain't cheat, but if the girl I'm with now cheated on me, I'd be like, you know what? I need a hall pass. I need a threesome. I'm gonna need like, okay, we gotta fix this.
Yeah, it's just some reparations.
Reparations.
Nah, it's a balance. It's a balance. You just gotta. It's always to me. There's an exception. You always gotta find like. There's always.
I'm gonna say as of right now, it's a dub for me.
I ain't mad at you.
Because with me, I mean, I don't think I would. But even if I got to that point, I feel like I'd express like what my problems are in a relationship prior to taking that step and going there. Like I would probably check all boxes to make sure things like can be resolved or fixed before I just be like, fuck it, I'm just do me.
That's a fact.
And I would kind of expect the same thing from her. So if she does that, like, I'm not happy with this, I'm not happy with that, I need these things fixed in a relationship, and I'm just like, nah, fuck all that. And then she go and cheat. It's like, I gotta look in the mirror and be like, I mean,
outside of cheating, what are deal breakers?
Deal breakers for
relationship, like, yo, you doing this, like, it's not, we can't even.
For me, and this, like, not as hard as cheating, I can't be with a girl that put everything on Facebook, bro, or social media.
Social media,
like,
yeah.
Social
especially
media
if feel like if
That's
this is
100.
your life, fine. But when you start putting shit about us or attacking me on social media, or whatever, now we're done. Like now you gotta go.
Posting Justin LeBoy memes the whole day because you're mad at me.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been getting subbed for 3 months.
That's because that's a communication issue.
That's a fact.
All right, heavy on social media is for you. You?
Honestly, like right now, it's gonna sound a little petty because I'm a Pisces, bro. I'm cool with most shit, but one thing I do not fuck with is like closed minded when it come to like music or like food or like certain experiences type shit. But like if you don't want to, like you do the same thing,
You gotta be open and trying new shit.
Yeah, like
And,
if
like,
you
living
doing this,
life.
if you're doing the same shit every single and refuse to change, like that shit. It's like it just irks me. Like I'm gonna get so frustrated over time where I'm just gonna like just like I don't even want to look at you.
Yeah.
Like
That's
yeah,
facts.
I've been in that. It's not
Kind of a sign like they don't plan on growing no time soon.
huh?
Like they don't want to grow.
Yeah.
You ain't receptive to a lot of different
Yeah.
stuff.
Stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Definitely got to be committed to growth because I ain't gonna be the same nigga I am right now 10 years from now.
Fact.
Tomorrow, shit.
Like where we growing? We still waiting for. Wait, what was it? Yeah, we still. You almost
Wait,
slid.
he completely
he almost slid
misdirected the
by
question.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would say like trying to be up under me all the time.
Yeah.
I need my space. And another thing is being overly emotional. So those kind of go hand in hand with me because it's like I need my space. I need to be able to be me, do what I want to do, et cetera, et cetera. But you can't think me not wanting to be with you all the time is because I'm messing with somebody else or because like I don't like you anymore. It's literally just because I need my space.
That's valid.
So a person that's up under me all the time, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't get along with her mom, doesn't get along with her family, and 24/7 she just like, what are you doing? Where are we going? It's like, nah, miss me with that.
Yeah.
I get that. I felt that one.
Because we gotta be away from each other to miss each other. Feel me?
Yeah, you gotta.
Amen, bro. That's
a
the
fact.
gem of the day.
That's a
Gotta
fact.
take some space to miss your ass.
Yeah, I was gonna save this one for a little later in the pod, but we already here. So I was looking on Facebook. He was talking, and it was like some meme or something. But the question was, the issue was this girl had a bunch of bodies, and she kept having the issue of when she started going on dates. Every time she went on a date, the guy would ask, "How many bodies do you have?" And I wanted to ask.
You ask the same girl, or like different girls.
No, this the one girl. She got a bunch of bodies, but she was dating, trying to get into a relationship. Like she ready to settle down.
Yeah.
And everybody keep asking her.
And every person she went on a date with was asking, "Yo, how many bodies you got?" And she would be honest.
How old was she? I mean, how old were they?
I don't know.
I think that kind
It's
of.
just like a story.
Yeah, but it's not even about that. But the
Yeah.
question is like when you're on dates, like first couple dates, do you ask that? Do you ask a chick how many bodies did she got?
No.
No,
Because
no.
the real shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. Depending on the person, the age, I might not even give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I'm at the point. where I don't
That's
give
why
a
I asked
fuck.
how old were they. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a fact.
And it's so crazy. Remember I just telling you about this summer program and shit? This was some of the shit we was talking about. Like coming in on campus and understanding like everybody got different backgrounds. You know what I mean?
For a fact.
If you 18 with 18 bodies, that's ridiculous. But if you like,
unless you started fucking at 12.
but that's bro, now listen, it's conditions to that. But just if you live regular life and you just like if you start fucking at first of all, if you fucking at 12, that's alarming. But
I mean, not really.
But this,
Bro,
I'm just thinking that was fucking.
bro, I got some friends who lost their shit at like 9, bro. Before they could even like actually bust a nut, they were like fucking.
One of the first times I had
Hey,
before my first like sexual experience, I was like 7, nigga. Like the shit is people have different life experiences. This is my thing. Like I feel like somebody with like 50 bodies by the time they 18, but you live in the suburbs, you good family, like you well off, versus somebody who got like say 50 bodies, you've been fucking since you was like 11, 12, and like you ain't been like have a stable household and all that extra shit. I feel like it's different.
But how would you know that unless you're asking how many bodies they have? I think we all said that we wouldn't ask.
You would ask, but sometimes you can tell when somebody, you know what I mean? It's like
if you get to a space with a woman and she like feel like she can share that before you even, if she shared before you even hit it, because you shouldn't ask on the first date, maybe like, you know, later on. But if she tell you that shit, bro, and you start to analyze it, I don't give a fuck. I'm out, bro. I'm out. If you like 24 with 50 bodies, I'm gone, bro. It's like,
what if you already in love with her, bro? What if you already in love?
I know how that fall out. I'm at the point where I've mastered that shit. Like that shit matter now, bro. Like,
if you fall in love and then find out she got hella bodies,
it depends on her. Like if her age is, again, if her body count is double her age,
26.
26. What's 26 times 2? Like 50.
52.
52. I'm gone.
Even if you know what I mean, you've been with her
Bro,
for...
this relationship gotta be solid. Like, bitch, she bought me a PS5. Like, I'm driving a Benz. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, I'm benefiting a lot. Like, and I'm being petty, but nah, I really don't think I could do that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man.
Cause I gotta know now. Like, is it like just 52 failed relationships, or you just fucked 20 niggas in 2020 because you was bored? Like,
I don't want to know. I'm not going to ask.
I'm not going to ask.
My thing more so is, have you slept with anybody that I'm like cool with? Like I look at it as, would I invite these people to my wedding? The people that I would invite to my wedding, if you smashed any of them, then nah, we can't. That's only
even the invite?
Even if it's a 10-year gap, like it was like 10 years ago.
I mean, like high school is cool.
Okay,
but
yeah, that makes sense.
As an adult, bro,
that makes sense.
Nah. And honestly, it depends. Like if y'all date in high school, or did you just smash?
I'm like, if they're gonna be my like, if they're gonna be standing next to me in my wedding, like up in the line, if you any of them, then it's like, nah, like I can't even deal with you. If somebody had like a friend of a friend type shit, I'm like, whatever. I ain't gotta see that nigga.
Yeah, because ain't like, man, I'm not inviting. Well, I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna have a wedding, but just figuratively speaking, I don't got like mad people that I would think about inviting to my wedding. So it's like it's really like 25 dudes that I gotta know that you didn't smash. As long as you didn't smash those 20, 25, we good.
Hey, yo, like, that was funny coming out of your mouth. I get it.
I'm dead ass.
Like,
say for instance, I'm in a relationship with a girl.
Him? No? Okay, you good. Him? All right, we solid. Like, going through the Instagrams and shit. Like.
All right, so say boom. Say that you're already in a relationship, right? Yeah. And you then find out that she smashed one of your, like, close homies. But she didn't know that y'all was close homies because, you know what I mean? You're not on social media posting pictures with them. You didn't introduce yet. But y'all like a year in. You might have, like, a little birthday dinner.
And they did.
Your homies pull up.
It depends.
What's the situation?
It depends how happy I am in the relationship. Like if I'm really locked in with shorty, I'm kind of like fuck it. Like I'm big on that. It's like okay, if we locked in, I could care less. Like if our bond is like that, I'm willing to excuse a lot of shit. But like if you dealt with like one of my brothers or like somebody I'm with every day, like consistently, or like say somebody I work with.
Well, that's something you would have known prior to.
Most of the time.
I'm saying like, you know, you got those you have close friends who you don't necessarily get to see all the time or hang around all the time.
That's a fact.
So she wouldn't necessarily know that y'all were close friends until y'all in the same room together. Now, who do you expect to let you know first? Your mans or your shorty? Your woman?
In that situation, I'll be presenting her to my man's like, yo, look, smashing. If I show her to my homie, you gotta tell me right then and there, like,
like while she's standing there.
Okay,
I mean, like, if it's like an Instagram
boom,
or something,
all y'all meet type shit at the same time. Like your friend figure out that y'all dating at the same time.
Yeah, once y'all in the room, they know.
Yeah, I say I would want her to tell me like when we like damn near leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My man should be calling me within 48 hours. My man should be calling me within 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 48 hours. You better let me know what the fuck going on.
That's fact.
That's a fact. Huh?
Yeah, and my man's, if it's my man's, he wouldn't do it. But he better not be over there looking funny, making little faces like, you know, man.
That's what you mean.
I feel like, and honestly, I feel like that's the biggest issue with like that. Even the whole topic is like, I think most niggas is like concerned with what other guys is gonna say type shit.
Yeah,
because it's how niggas look at situations, and like niggas say some funny shit or do be some like niggas gonna be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's all about that. It's not about what the girl did or who she been with type shit. It's genuinely about how it's perceived in whatever community you in.
Just no disrespect. Like y'all see what's going on now. Respect the
boundaries. And that's
try something now. We got a problem.
That's a fact. Cause like I don't care if Shorty had a little hoe phase. Personally, like I would want you to. I'd rather prefer it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather you.
That's why I'm not asking bodies because I want you to be at this age. I want you to be experienced. Like I don't want to get in the bedroom and then there's certain shit.
Yeah, you don't want to do nothing. Yeah. I'm trying to be old and happy. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be sitting there miserable because
there's certain things you gotta do in a relationship at this point.
Yeah, my house got to be happy. That's all I care about.
I want to
talk about when we go outside.
One other deal breaker for me. Women who don't clean up after themselves. Y'all know I'm dead ass too.
Oh no, yeah,
y'all done been in my house. Y'all know I'm dead ass.
Nah, that's some Virgo shit.
Little shit with girls too.
That is some Virgo shit though.
Nah, I'm the same way. Like it be little, like it's just the little shit for me. Like I like my shit the way I had it before your ass got here.
Oh yeah, you gonna be in trouble.
You be going through it.
When we leave this room, goddamn it. This shit better be exactly how I left it. Like, that's me.
Yo, bro, I'm not going for none of that hair clogging up the sink. Your makeup stuff isn't about to be all over the place. You will have a section for it, or you can have your little makeup room, whatever it is. Your shit not about to be all over the crib.
Man,
get your eyelashes. That's a fact.
I don't want to find out eyelashes in my. No,
yo, eyelash on the counter. Yo, like you gonna leave that there? You like, you gonna leave that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Shit, yeah. So we kind of got off.
We did.
We never really talked about what we listened to. we talked about Joey, the Division song, and we went right to toxic shit.
I've been listening to the Kevin Gates Cosby joint. I've been bumping that heavy. And
now I always love Kevin Gates because he's talking about eating every girl ass in the industry.
That's not the
case.
You
was not bumping Kevin Gates before this.
I was. No, pause. I listened to Kevin Gates prior.
I'm talking about bumping Kevin Gates.
Bumping Kevin Gates.
We listen to a lot of people.
I was not bumping him, but once I seen him go through like his like spiritual journey and like his evolution, that's when I started like that's what got my attention. I don't give a fuck if this nigga like it made me honestly him always talking about eating ass made me not want to listen to him. I'm like okay, like I'm not trying to listen to your B-sides talking about how you eat ass. But
that nigga talking about eating ass, sucking toes, and motherfucking.
Whatever, but like this album was dope. Like I feel like it was dope because like it reflected his evolution, and that shit is hard to put in your music. Like that's
he makes good albums.
Yeah,
I stopped listening to him for a period of time, but I was listening to him like when he really started like the spiritual journey. I think like when he was probably like a year after the Double XL cover, I was listening to him for like a couple years. Mm-hmm. But he makes good projects.
Yeah, that joint was dope.
I've been listening to Seti Hendrix, Well Said. Fuck with that heavy. He next up. Okay. He signed to Our Generation Music, so it's Uzi, Jack Harlow, Seti.
Okay.
And then they also signed Sony Digital, so.
I ain't never
Word, that's dope.
They got them a little powerhouse, man.
Yeah.
They got a hell of a team. I've been listening to what? Yep. Did you listen to it? The album? I feel like you would fuck with it, yeah. That's some groovy shit.
Oh, word. Yeah, I'm gonna check it. But he had the most interesting man in the world shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit crazy.
That's hard.
I've been listening to the CMG album.
I ain't listened to that yet.
Mozzie. I've been listening to Mozzie album. Still listening to that Aaron Ray joint.
I gotta get a full playthrough.
I've been listening to Brent's album. I don't think it's as good as what was the one previously, Fuck the World, but I do like this album.
That's right. I listened to Brent's like once, and I was just like, eh.
I went back to Giveon album for some reason. Like, there's a couple joints on there that I just can't stop playing.
Yeah, I like this
shit.
album.
A lot of his stuff made me want to go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Oh, I've been bumping Larry June heavy. Good job, Larry.
Good job. Hey.
Oh, we gotta put your mom on
yeah.
Larry June.
Even that SZN dude, I'm like, who is that? Like,
I never heard said Larry June. June been putting in work for a minute. He be dropping.
And Vezo Project, Rich Off Pints 3.
Vezo joint hard too.
Bumping that heavy.
Yes, sir. I swear, Vezo.
I'm out the
You don't know who Vezo is?
I know who Vezo is. I just ain't listened to it.
Oh, you got bumped that Vezo.
I think I'm missing one project that I.
Yeah, I gotta get. I'm slacking, bro.
Oh, I've been listening to Love the Mini, Burna Boy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
That
facts.
shit.
Go crazy.
Different sizes, my shit right now.
That free music party.
Come on, 777. That shit was
Sir.
going crazy. They did a good ass job mixing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They took their time with this joint, and this shit sound good.
And the joint, some of the joints they performed at your like unreleased joints they performed at your birthday joint was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Held Me Down. Mm-hmm. And then what was the other one? Damn, what was the other song?
I forgot that one. I know they made that one joint one of their singles, but they just performed at the Rec
Waste
Room.
My Time. That's
Waste
the other
My
joint I
Time.
like or not.
Yep. They just performed at the Rec Room for the dude Anise. And that joint, it was a nice turnout, bro. The joint was good. Yeah. The sound was a little iffy to like. They had the guitars a little too loud. Couldn't hear shit, but they started getting it right, and they had a good ass performance. Yeah, shout out to them boys. They went from there. They did the Rec Room, and then they went to Pittsburgh. They did the joint in Pittsburgh. Yeah, they've been killing it.
They got another show. They got another show in August too at Town Ballroom.
Yeah, they got a town ball. I think they had Music is Art too. I think. Don't
Music
quote
is
me.
Art.
So, what is they like a band or like a group? Because they have been moving a lot. Like I've been seeing their name. Like
It's a band. I think it's a band.
Yeah.
I would call it a band.
What's the difference between a band and a group?
a group is like a group of people that kind of do similar things. Like NWA was a group, but it was mostly rappers except for Dr. Dre.
That's a
A
fact.
band is people that like you got lead singers and rappers, but then you got people that play strictly like instruments.
Yeah, so it's a
they're a
band.
band.
It's a
Yep.
band.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
hell
fuck
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, them boys doing their thing. Shout out to Eddie Blanco, DJ Apollo, Kev. I forgot about other man's name. Jack, my man on the bass. He gonna kill me. But them boys killing that shit, man.
So, a topic that's been going around is this culture vulture thing.
Oh yeah.
So what do y'all think? Well, I'm gonna give a little context. Everybody's heard about, the 5-year deal with Mace. Mace signed him for $5,000. That's about it. Didn't really do much, 5-year said. And some people are saying, how can Mace do that to him when he's complaining about Puffy taking his rights and not giving him, selling him his publishing and all that shit back? And it's like, that can also be, Mace and Puffy can be quote unquote considered culture vultures if you ask some people. So the difference is like, what's the difference between them and somebody saying that Leora Cohen's, who's the so-called creator of the 360 deal, saying that he's a culture vulture, or saying that like Gary Vee and those type of guys are culture vultures? What's the difference?
I think the difference is like, it's one, people being of the culture, one, and the other part being,
What would make somebody of the culture though?
them
Yeah, be
being
from the street,
share, yeah, do you share the same fucking value? Y'all eat the same food? Do y'all see the same people? Do y'all go to the same places? Like, do y'all value the same shit? Versus like, I look at it like somebody like a Leora, he don't give a fuck about niggas. Like that nigga,
Don't.
he do whatever he do on his side of town. You ain't gonna see him at the corner store. You ain't gonna see him at the grocery store. You ain't gonna see him.
let you finish.
I feel. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm saying like of different cultures, like versus somebody that's in your culture, you gonna see them.
You shouldn't see Mace at the corner store, the grocery store.
Nah,
What
but
Mace doing chilling at the corner store?
that's not. I don't think that's what Nelson mean though.
No, yeah, I'm saying like we have same life experiences.
Yeah.
Like, we've been in the same areas. We grew up in the same areas.
Therefore, it should be more fucked up that you signed me to this fucked up deal.
But I don't think
if you know where I come from, you know the struggle I'm gonna have to go through and go through.
It's a fact.
You know the struggle I'm gonna have to go through in order to get to where you are now. Why would you put me through the same shit that you just went through 20 years ago?
But do that make him a
that,
culture
I don't think that
vulture?
makes them a culture
Do that make him
vulture.
a culture vulture because of that, though?
Yeah.
That just means you as a business. That's honestly, that's business, bro.
Yeah, it's anything. It's
So how is it not business when it's Lior or somebody
It is
else?
business, but it's somebody not of the culture, which makes you a culture vulture.
And Lior was running with Run DMC when they first started. He helped bring them up, Def Jam, all that. So how is he not of the? I mean, I don't know him personally, but how is he not of the culture?
My thing. This is my thing. With
Like
even
he's
with the
been
term,
in hip hop culture since the shit got popping.
Yeah, this is my thing. Even with the term, culture vulture, vultures eat dead shit. If your culture is promoting something that's like death, then and if somebody comes in, it's like, oh, these type of people who live this certain way, they do shit that destroys themselves. I'm going to capitalize off it and monetize their destructiveness. I think that's what comes to mind when I think of culture vulture. Versus somebody who, if they was promoting like shit that's like on uplift their community, and you're paying for it, and let's say they may not necessarily be getting the best deal. I don't know if I would call that a culture vulture. I think the issue is between like culture vultures and opportunists.
I'm about to look up the definition.
I got
of culture.
two things though also. Because
Yeah, go ahead.
I was watching the Breakfast Club and they said the difference between a Mace deal and Mace's deal with Puff is that for one, Mace didn't take any of Fabio's publishing. He gave him a $5,000 advance, and yeah, he probably got a lot of money up front from like his music and shit, but he never really took from this is just what I heard from the radio station and podcast. He didn't take none of his publishing.
You just heard people talking about it at 5 years.
This is Charlamagne the God quoting it after watching $1 million worth of Game saying it. I don't remember that part in particular. I'm gonna be honest with you when they talk about publishing and shit like that. But according to him, this is sourcing him. He didn't take none of his publishing. And if he didn't take none of his publishing, to be honest, that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah,
because you need that to actually make money. You know what I mean?
The better deals come when you get a small advance. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm sure he has. He said that Mace get 30%.
Like he gave him a $5,000 advance, but that's kind of not a bad thing. It ain't enough money to do shit, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I'm a hustler, if I'm an artist, I don't really need you to give me money. I'm gonna work this regardless. You know what I mean? I have to. That's my job. Now I need your name. I need you to help me, get shit together. But as long as you ain't taking no publishing, as long as you ain't raping me with the masters and shit, I'll take the little $5,000 advance and make some shit work.
but what if when I sign that, I'm under the impression that you're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you do none of that, and then I blow up, and then you're still making money off of me? Because if you're saying he has 30% of something, right? So he's still making money off of something.
Yeah.
That $5,000 that he gave Favi ain't shit.
Right.
We just said that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Favi literally said that joint was gone in a week or two.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on music or none of that.
It's a bad deal.
He said he hit
It's
up.
still a bad deal.
May said, "What's one feature you want? I get it for you." He said G Herbo. Mace
ain't
didn't
make
get him
it
a G
happen.
Herbo feature. So it's like,
It's bad business, but it's also his contract, bro. Like, honestly, Mace don't got to do nothing that ain't on that paper, and we don't even know what was on that paper. You know what I'm saying? So if he signed, he just said, you're going to be under my label, and I'll give you X amount of money, and that's it. If that G Herbo went in the contract, it don't even really matter, to be honest with you. That's just bad business.
well, Favi don't know what's in the contract because he said he ain't even look at it.
Which is crazy.
He said he didn't even look at it.
But still, it's fucked up because he was young when he had him sign it. Like,
Yeah.
I just wouldn't consider him Mace a culture
Well, no,
vulture because of that.
Favi, what he said that was like 8 years ago. Favi's 32, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, 32, 33. I just looked it up. So that means he was Morrow's age when he signs that. Let's ask Morrow a question. Morrow, somebody brings paperwork to you. Are you signing it without a lawyer? Are you signing it without reading? So I'm not saying none of that young shit. We have information at our hands.
You're right. And his man probably said his man's is the one that said, yo, just sign that shit. What you doing?
Mm-hmm. You wilding if you don't.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb.
It might not have.
It's,
I mean, there's. It's
You said
it's a
how
double-edged
many
sword.
years ago was it?
I think it was 8 to 10 years ago.
So
Well, no, not 8 to 10 years ago.
and this is part of my thing when it comes to
I know that he wasn't a kid though, because he's 33 now.
when it comes to the culture, like street culture. A lot of rap is of street culture.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers ain't reading nothing in the streets. For real. Like, they're not reading. They're not used to having lawyers. They're not used to having defend themselves in court and contracts. They do contracts off word of mouth, handshakes. It's take somebody to be an opportunist who knows that culture, who's somewhat of that culture, like Diddy or Mace, and they taking advantage of an opportunity. Versus, I feel like somebody who knows the culture and is not in it. They not in no street shit. They don't know the day-to-day life of that person.
You don't have to be in street shit to be of the culture. That's another misconception that I just don't. I'm not understanding.
But what is the culture? See, now that goes in conversation of what is the culture. Like,
I'm thinking of rap.
And to be considered of the culture.
Yeah, I'm thinking hip hop and rap, because motherfuckers like, if somebody coming from Sweden and then coming in and it's like, oh, what's going on over here? Oh, these kids over here shooting each other, doing all that. Oh yeah, let me give them some money so I could then make some money and take advantage of it. I know that this shit is gonna kill them and destroy what they got going. It's gonna implode on itself, but fuck it, I'm here to chop out some chicken. I feel like that's very different from somebody who grew up in this situation, knows what they're going through on a day-to-day basis, the trials and tribulations, and says, okay, I'm gonna give you some money and give you some opportunities, because I know if you want to go long term, you have to overcome this somehow. I feel like Mason, they're more opportunists and not necessarily culture vultures.
My thing is, what opportunity did you give him?
What he was supposed to do.
And so if the opportunities that you're supposed to be providing for me for this fucked up deal, if you don't go through with these opportunities that you said you were going to provide me with, then what are you? You can't be an opportunist.
It was an opportunity for him.
An opportunist would be somebody that capitalizes on opportunities to take advantage of somebody else. Yeah. So that would basically be the exact.
And it is what it is. It's fucked up. I don't fuck with opportunist ass niggas. But it's like, if you're in a situation and they got funds, they may become an opportunist to take advantage of your situation. I don't think that makes them a culture vulture.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I just know that discussion that's
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm not giving motherfuckers a pass because if this is just me personally. If you come from where I come from, you look like me, you know the struggles and shit I have to go through, you should be helping me make this journey easier. Versus somebody who doesn't look like me, doesn't come from where I come from. I'm not expecting nothing from them, or I'm not expecting them to look at things the same way I do. So if you screw me over, that's on me. Period. If somebody screw you over, that's on you. But if it's a white board member screwing me over, I'm looking more so that's on me because I shouldn't have trusted them in the first place.
That's a fact. And then the question was like, why are you even attributing to anything in my culture, anything in the first place?
Like internally, but business wise, we all know like the powers that be that really control. Like
I don't like the thing of, obviously yes, we created it. This is our culture. But there's still white people, Hispanic people, Asian people who are of hip hop culture and our hip hop.
You can be a part of hip hop, but
you can be of it. A Hispanic kid that grew up in the fucking Bronx.
Yeah, Hispanic is black though.
No, it's not.
Black and brown, bro. Okay,
no, it's not.
And this is me. This is my opinion and everything. Like when you put the umbrella of black, if you're not white, you're black. Nah. It doesn't matter any way you look at it, any format.
No, because America doesn't view a Hispanic young man the same way they view a black young man.
Why don't they?
They look at us way more dangerous.
I don't know, bro.
How do you know that?
I can't agree with that. Because, bro, it don't matter where you go. In the hood, there's either going to be African Americans, Hispanics, but there's never really going to be white unless it's like low-income white people. That's why I say it don't matter where you go. Anytime there's a hood, it's black, Hispanic, Indian, somebody that's not white, which means in their eyes. Now, I'm not saying I'm speaking facts. I'm like, this is just the perception of my life and what I've seen. If you're not white, you're black. If you're not in the suburbs, you're in the hood. Only time you go to the hood, you're only going to see who? Black, Hispanic, Indian, Native, whatever. Anybody that's not white. That's why I say, like, when you come to culture, it's us. Like, it's not them.
It's a full thing with, once again, like you said, we are the culture. Everything that moves is
what is Mac Miller? What was Mac Miller?
Let me finish my point.
No, please just answer this question. What was Mac Miller?
Mac
Let me finish my point.
Where's Mac Miller from?
And
bro?
I'll even tie it
He's
in.
from Pittsburgh.
Which part of Pittsburgh?
I don't know.
Mac
Does it
White.
matter?
It
Mac
does.
White as hell.
It does.
Why does it matter?
Because hip hop is for the culture, the broke people that had to struggle and get out of the hood. Like when you from that,
hip
when you
hop
from the
comes from
dirt,
have-nots.
and you got to use rap or hip hop to get out. You're of the culture.
That's where it comes from. But shit evolves.
What do you mean?
Pete, hold on.
Anybody can be an artist, yeah. But when you talking about of the, okay, I'm gonna stop. But
It's not
of the culture,
Bro,
It's not
how
a
is
race
he Mac
thing, bro.
Miller of hip hop culture?
I didn't say he wasn't. I said where's he from? Like, if he's from the hood,
He's from Pittsburgh.
If he's from the hood,
He was welcomed into hip hop culture based on how he was living. Like I fuck with Mac heavily. And when I first
too,
heard Mac,
which is why I brought him up.
I did not fuck when I first heard Mac, I did not fuck with him. It was corny, it was banging on the table lunch raps. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? When he started really getting into his artist bag, and that's when I genuinely started fucking with him and seeing he was like a genuine person. But I'm personally, when it comes to culture and like white, black, I don't think the issue within culture vultures music industry is it's not a white and black thing. Like the structure that they place around the cultures is what is racist and oppressive. And that it just happens that the people who made that structure around it tend to be white. But once again, you got people like Diddy and Mace who are in the hip hop music industry of the culture, but they adopted a structure, a business structure. Okay, we're gonna sign this nigga, we're gonna fuck him over, we're gonna take his master, we ain't gonna do shit, we're gonna sit back and collect. That mentality of that structure is fucked up. Huh?
You raping somebody.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's not a white or black thing. It's not limited to like whiteness or blackness. It's the structure itself and the ideas that people adopt.
Bro, you're not hearing.
Finish, go ahead.
It's an ideology. It's an ideology that fucks over the culture in our situations. People who, because for real, a rich white motherfucker gonna shit on a poor white person just as often as they gonna shit on a poor black person or a rich black person. But it's the mentality of, okay, I'm up here, you're down here, I'm going to take advantage of you because I feel like I can. I feel like I have a right to. It's not a color. It's not a color barrier. It's niggas who think a certain type of way. Cause it's niggas who look like us who walk around with us every day who do some fucked up shit.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
And I'm not about to say, because you're of the culture, you're my black brother, I gotta do, nigga, fuck out of here, bro. You full of shit. They chose a mindset that's gonna take advantage of people versus somebody who cares, let's say, care about culture, care about art and all that shit. They gonna push it. Okay, I fuck with this. I'm willing to push it forward and not take advantage of it for monetary gain. That's how I look at the shit. Because I don't like, it's a lot of artists and people who I don't fuck with. Not because, like, they're necessarily a bad person, but I see the tendencies of somebody who would take advantage of people in a bad situation. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to deal with you, white, black, whatever. Like, I'm not dealing with that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to deal with good people. My thing is, good people deal with good people.
Good comment.
So, you made a good point of the business structure of the music industry or hip hop being fucked up. So, since that has been the structure of how hip hop is, you say how they get these deals, how it's monetized, the record labels, all that. Since that has been the structure, is that structure a part of hip hop culture?
No.
Why not?
It's the one that's been taking advantage of it. Because
hold on, but if that's how it originally started,
hip hop culture didn't originally start with that. How it's viewed and perceived in the mainstream, yeah. To get that mass appeal, yeah, it had to be in this framework.
Yeah, I'm not talking about how it originally started, like Kool Herc and all them boys. I'm not talking
was
about
having
that.
parties, you feel me?
I'm not talking about that.
But once again, it's
I'm talking about in terms of like radio, getting played, putting out albums, that type of thing.
And once again, it's the structures that's built around the people. And that shit extends beyond hip hop for real.
Yeah, that's why.
It's black people in like redlining. Like black people live in a certain area. Okay, because y'all live in this area, we're gonna create a structure based around this of property value, where everything over here is gonna be worth less because black people live here, and everything over here is gonna be worth more because it's white people. This the mentality is like, okay, the structure of where living is, these niggas gonna have less money, we gonna have more money. it's a mentality because it doesn't matter. It could be your rich black suburbs. You feel me? And they're gonna be like, oh, we don't want those niggas over here. For real. And it's like once you adopt the structure of these, I'm up here and these people is down here, that's when you're gonna start having them fucking issues. We just so used to calling it racism or classism and shit like that. It's like, nah, it's a mentality. And I feel like that's the issue that we deal with as humans with each other. And it's people want to separate us into groups. And I'm like, fuck all that shit, man. Don't put no label on me. Don't structure that shit. Like, come on. So it's like, bro, I'm just big on like treat good people, know good people. Treat people how you would want to be treated. Fuck all that other shit. Fuck all what it's supposed to be. Oh, you're an artist. You're supposed to act like this. You're supposed to want to have lights in your face and all that extra shit. Like, nah, bro, I'm a fucking human first. And man, treat me good, and we could
speak for yourself.
Treat me good, man. We could have business, man.
I think it's a good segue into record labels taking out life insurance policies on artists. I think I'm gonna let Kiman go first. Go ahead. Because that was a big sigh.
We just gotta keep it moving.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As a businessman, I can see why it makes sense.
For sure.
Because when you think about the culture of hip hop today, however it got here, at the end of the day, niggas die too quick. And if I'm making an investment on something, I need to make sure I'm gonna get my money. Now, do it look good for y'all? Nah, it don't look good because it look like you taking a bet that this nigga gonna die before he really make anything happen, which unfortunately is being proven true. So I feel like it's smart. It just don't look good. Rest in peace, Jada Youngin. Just got shot.
Literally.
Hold on, is he?
They just confirmed.
Yeah, they confirmed it.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pop.
I mean, I agree with from a business point, all that. My thing is, you're taking a life insurance policy on these artists, right? Because they're in dangerous environments. They're putting out taunting and dangerous music that could put them in certain situations to where they lose their lives, right? They live a dangerous lifestyle, all that. But you guys are also pushing this agenda like a motherfucker. If you look at all these playlists, no offense to none of these artists, because I listen to them all the time. They're some of my favorite artists. You see Dirk, you see Youngboy, you see Fabio, you see Pooh Shiesty, you see Big 30. They're all talking about certain things, right? They're all talking about killing,
death,
shooting, guns, death. This is what the labels are. This is what they're promoting and pushing. They're not pushing the artists like, let's just say Denzel Curry. They're not pushing the Denzel Curry.
That's a fact.
They're gonna push those other type of artists.
They don't push original.
So my thing is, I have a problem with you doing the whole life insurance policy is because you're also the one who's expediting and speeding up their death.
I believe that's the very definition of those people who take out the policies. It's the very definition of a vulture flies over a person that's about to fucking die, so they can, when they die, they can eat off of it. Yeah. Same shit. They look for the artist who's promoting death and who's most likely going to have a short life because of the things that they push and promote. They take out an insurance policy on them. Wait till they die so they can once again collect all their matches. They're going to give them the most promotion. They're going to collect all the funds. They're not going to get a family shit.
And that's the other issue I have.
And they're going to eat off the dead.
That's the other issue I have.
You don't have no policy on my child's body, and then when something happens, you just get paid millions of dollars and we don't get nothing.
And quiet as it's, well, not even quiet as it's kept, they're probably going to make, as far as a lump sum of money and expedited growth, they're going to make more money than they were previously once that artist dies.
Because they're going to promote
Jada said it, dead artists get the best promotion. They're going to put together an album. They're going to put that out. That's going to be their highest selling album.
Pop Smoke.
Exactly.
Juice WRLD.
Exactly. You feel me?
Yeah,
like obviously they were selling records and getting numbers like prior to that, but they weren't, it wasn't at that high of a level at like that certain point.
I kind of feel 50-50 about how y'all answer the question though. Cause at the same time, we as a people, bro, a lot of people don't listen to the music if people either A, not really rapping what they live in, B, if it's not raw. Like the streets love raw type of, like Lil Durk been grinding for over 10 years. Like people been loving Durk. He just really now getting popping. But the label does push a lot of BS. Like, but us as the people, we consume all of it. Like, why would they not push it? Because we already listened to it.
But like you said earlier, we come from the hood, right? This is our culture. This is where we come from. This is what we relate to. This is what we see on a daily basis. Why wouldn't we listen to it?
But yeah, and we also
we don't need them to push it to listen to it. They weren't pushing Dirk 10 years ago when we was listening to him.
That's a fact.
When he was dropping L's Anthem and all that shit. Yeah, when they Bang Bros, all that shit, they weren't pushing Dirk, but he was still talking about killing and robbing, and we was still listening to it, right? Same shit with Youngboy when 38 Baby came out. They weren't pushing Youngboy. But we was all still bumping 38, baby.
And we gonna listen to it regardless, right? So,
that's my point.
So why wouldn't I put the gas on it?
It's a level. It's
fucked up.
It's a level of exposure, business, bro. I don't give a fuck about how y'all feel. I'm making money. You're already listening to it. If you like it, the white people gonna like it.
Okay,
that's
so
a fact.
You want to hear some real shit?
Okay, we can always have the conversation of morality and what's actually right versus business. That's not. I don't really think that's what we're talking about. Because it can always be a split answer.
I'm gonna say some real shit. Most people that consume and purchase and buy hip hop is kids who do not look like us.
That's true.
Yeah, facts.
And they're promoting all this deaf shit. They're pushing this shit on their own fucking kids.
I'm not gonna say the most that consume it. The most people who purchase it. Yeah.
Purchase, yeah, like spending money
financially.
Streaming is a
and these people are about
concert tickets and all that. Yeah,
they about their money.
Yeah,
they make an investment. They want their returns. They pushing it to their own kids. So one thing I feel like we miss as black people as a culture is we be like, oh, these white people fucked up. Bruh, they treat their own people fucked up.
They do.
And like I heard it was an interview with Absol. He was talking about how his grandfather used to have to walk 3 miles every day to watch the white man's TV. Because black people didn't have enough money to afford televisions. They're pushing this shit and they programming stuff and they watching all these programs and they saying, oh, they talking bad about us and they putting all these things in our community. Bruh, they're focusing on their people and they pushing this shit to their people. So it's like we just happen to be receiving it and we're getting into these new levels of success and corporations and stuff like that, and we're seeing all these issues, microaggressions, race, all this shit, and it's like, yo, it's not personal. These niggas was fucked up before you got here.
That's a fact.
You thought you came in with the idea of, oh, I made it now, and like no, there's a mentality that fucking exists here that's gonna try to take advantage of any and every person that they perceive as under them. That's the mentality of business. And I feel like we miss that shit. We get so caught up in the little shit, and it's like, nah, bro, we got a bigger issue. These motherfuckers be treating motherfuckers shady. The fact that
the record label's taking a life insurance policy.
But Pete,
all right, bro, but answer the question, then we can go to the bigger problem.
What the question is? Life insurance policy with the labels?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
That shit fucked up.
All right, thanks.
I feel like
now you can get into your bag.
I feel like it's
going straight off the deep end. Like you got to drive on the road first.
Labels shouldn't take out insurance policies on their artists. The families, if anything, families should be able to do that and receive money if something happens to their child because they getting all this promoting a certain activities or whatever the fuck, or living a certain lifestyle. It's messed up, and people shouldn't have to deal with that shit.
And the artists are going to get the most promotion when the artist dies. So why are you taking out a life insurance policy if you still going to be making hella bread off of this artist when he's dead after the fact?
Yeah.
That's my point.
It's residual income.
That's my point. That's some greedy shit, and it's fucked up. Because my thing, it would be different if you take out the life insurance policy and then like this artist, you can't release his music anymore. Like whatever they release once they die, that's their catalog, that's it. If you have a life insurance policy, that's different. But you're still gonna be making plenty of bread off of them. You still, a majority of these artists, you still own their publishing, their masters, their rights, all that. So you're still making plenty of bread off of them. Life insurance policy, that's greedy shit.
I agree.
That's what it is, man. Greed is the nature of
anything you do with a major label is gonna be greed. Them niggas is banks, bro. They loans when you do these deals, bro.
Yeah, and another thing is, people gotta think about is these are also publicly traded companies. Like, this isn't just like Atlantic Records. Like
Right.
they're under something else that have hundreds, thousands of shareholders.
Yes.
And speaking of like Mario was saying, like it could be perceived as insurance fraud. I feel like they got enough like documentation proving like that necessarily it didn't. Like, say if the policy you pay $2,000 a month or some shit on an insurance policy for that artist, I feel like if they can show that they put in more money towards the promotion and production and all that stuff, you could say no, this isn't fraud. Like more money is going into them being alive and da 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 da. They could kind of like save their ass, but it's still just it's preying on somebody who passes, bro. It's like it's wishing on their down. You praying on their downfall. But yeah, man, it's a lot of shit that it's not even like I don't think it's a specific thing with hip hop. That's like just economy and people shit. Because motherfuckers take insurance. Before the Twin Towers fell, the nigga took out an insurance policy on the building. He knew that shit, or I guess I can't say that, but it just so happens a month later that it goes down and he gets $2 billion. But you had insurance on the building, but you made sure a month prior, you made sure you added terrorist attacks on there in the policy.
Hey man,
I seen something.
They are gonna always find a way.
But I seen something interesting. It was like this dude was on TikTok and he said if you want to stop police from killing black people, he said all the black people take out $1 million life insurance policies. If every black person had a life insurance policy on there, you wouldn't see this type of shit happen because people invest in insurance companies. They're gonna have to keep doing payouts. Like. Yeah. Now you have multi-million-dollar companies who are their profit comes from us staying alive. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah. So I think it's a systematic thing that needs to be at least talked about before you can change it.
Yeah. So let's lighten up the mood a little bit. So what's some of y'all favorite hip hop or like black culture movies, TV shows? Let's stick with movies first. Like maybe y'all 5 favorite, 3 favorite.
I say one of my favorite movies of all time is Don't Be a Menace. Drinking just a parody of all the classic hood movies.
Have you ever seen CB4?
Is that the one with Chris Rock?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that shit funny. But it's like I like shit like that. You kind of laugh at like the real life situations and shit like that. Another one of my favorite movies. Another one of my favorite movies is the shit Smoking Aces.
Never seen it.
It's not a black movie, but it's about it's big on. It's a hitman movie, action packed. You know what I'm saying? People are all trying to kill the same dude, but the reason like they're trying to kill this dude is because somebody wasn't minding their fucking business. Niggas was eavesdropping, thought they heard something, and then they hired 20 hitmen to go kill this dude, when in reality, that none of that shit should have happened because you was fucking eavesdropping and it was a miscommunication. And I always draw the parallel between like street shit, like motherfuckers you gotta be on your toes, like niggas assuming certain shit or you mishear something, he say, she say, and a whole crazy line of shit can happen because somebody was not minding their fucking business. And that's all right. Yeah, them was 2 of my favorites.
Man, me, bro, as far as like you said, like hip hop or culture based, like
yeah, just like black culture.
Okay, for me, I'm always going to include the Friday series, like most importantly the first Friday, but you can watch all 3 of them if you really want to. You know what I mean? But Friday, I'm gonna have to go with like. For me personally, I'm gonna say Rush Hour, that whole series. Motherfucking, bro, I just had this tip of my tongue. Baby Boy.
Jody?
Baby Boy.
Yeah, call for your mama, little nigga.
You know what I'm saying? And then, oh my God, bro, I just had these movies in my head. Those are the first 3 that come to my mind. Like,
Yo, something. Nah, go ahead, finish.
You
Hopefully I don't forget.
you can watch what's that movie where it's like about the strippers and the
Players Club.
Players Club,
Yeah,
shit
that's
like that, like
Lisa Ray. That's the one she
something
in.
like that. And then the Denzel, someone Denzel in it, Training Day. Like for me, those is like kind of because you got the hoods, you got the comedy, and you got like the action type of shit. Like
You ever seen the movie Colors?
Colors, not for colored girls. It's like
Nah, Colors. It's like a West Coast gang movie with the two cops. You got two white cops, and they like in black neighborhood. Type
yeah,
shit.
and then one of them,
One of them racist as hell. Like they like racist and shit. I like that joint.
That shit was fire, bro.
Never seen that. Yo, so I seen something on what's it, Instagram about Baby Boy. They was talking about how everybody say that like Jody was so fucked up and all this. He was treating Yvette wrong. They was like, the worst thing that happened in that movie was Yvette leaving her son with Snoop Dogg in the house to watch him.
Yes.
Like it was just your boyfriend who just got out of jail and your son by another guy. You just left him in the house for the boyfriend that just got out of jail to watch him.
Yeah.
Nobody paid attention
when you
to that
think
at
about
all.
that shit is horrible. Horrible shit. That's horrible.
Come on, man. You can't.
Bring him to his grandma house. Like what?
Right,
Right, grandma.
bro.
Like what the fuck you doing?
And she knew that Snoop Dogg didn't fuck with Jody. He could have done anything to that baby.
And he tried to rape you.
Yeah. Anyways, I would say mine are Do the Right Thing. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. That might be my favorite movie of all time. Do the Right Thing. Above the Rim. I say Above the Rim because it's like it's a lot of like life shit in there that people don't really, maybe they don't really catch or they do because like it gets overshadowed by Tupac being in the movie. But like Kyle Watson, high school star, he got to go through all this shit each and every day. Like go to the park, run into drug dealers. Now you in games. You make friends with like some bum. Then all of a sudden that bum gets killed, and that affects you even though you barely knew him. Now you looking at this person who killed him a certain way. So you know, I mean, just a whole lot of that going in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I say third one. Yeah, go ahead, say what you were saying.
I was gonna say the movie Fresh.
Fresh. I love Fresh.
Fresh is a great fucking movie.
Fresh is my. Nah, I ain't gonna.
That was with the
Fresh
dude
is
from. He was in Wu-Tang, right? What's his name? Shamik or something.
the little boy. Yeah, you
Oh,
thinking
okay.
dope.
You thinking dope?
Okay,
Dope is
Dope
fire
is
too.
tough too.
Yeah, that's
Fresh came out in like 94, 90, somewhere around there,
Okay,
early
yeah.
90s. And kid playing chess, he running dope. But like he don't live with his dad. He only see his dad in the park where he play chess. And his dad just be on his ass, like heavy, like fuck, like just on him heavy. And he has no idea what his son doing on the side, but he's teaching him chess.
yeah.
So he maneuvers through the drug game and life. Then he's trying to like take care of his sister, his older sister. But he ended up using the gang, like maneuvering through the game life using playing chess.
And the important part he didn't say, the little boy is like 10.
Yeah.
The son?
Yeah,
It's like a 10-year-old
the son is
little
like
boy.
10.
Damn, I don't remember this movie at all, bro.
Nah, that's one of my favorites.
He was, what was he in? 8th grade?
I think he was in 6th.
Somewhere around there.
So yeah,
But he was young. He was young. He was young as hell. But you know what I mean, he outsmarted them niggas.
There's a lot of those movies though, bro.
Damn, I can't think of my third. Oh well.
Yeah. But dope is a good ass one too. That's where I learned about Bitcoin.
I want to say You Got Served, but people gonna laugh. That's my shit though.
It's in there though, but hey,
That's my shit.
You gotta do it. You gotta
Everybody,
do it.
everybody tried to dance in the rain, bro. I don't care what none of y'all said.
You gotta do it for Lil Saint.
and it was mad movies that came after that was just like You Got Served. Like they basically bit the whole thing. Stump the Yard was trash, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Bro, I thought it was
Honestly, Stump the Yard was better than You Got Served. But I like You Got Served better.
they copied it and threw college in there. Like, but the only thing I don't like
Yeah, they
about
threw
Stump the
college
Yard,
in there, and they also got better actors.
the only thing, yes, yes. Like,
But the
yes.
shitty acting and You Got Served is fucking great.
it is
great.
like B2K in a movie is just like nah, bro. But
I saw this meme. It was like, "Ain't no way I'm about to go move work just to go dance."
that's a fact, bro.
Where's drug
Nigga
dealers
put his
ever?
life on the line and breakdance.
The only thing I like about Stump the Yard was like how they promoted it. You know, they used Chris Brown specifically for promotion, and then 10 minutes in the movie, the nigga did. Like, Once I seen that in the theater, I was like, oh, you niggas got me.
Yeah,
That's
one of the most legendary deaths in movie history.
Yeah.
He had an impactful 10 minutes.
That's a fact.
Was that death more impactful than
Yes.
than the kid in Hardball?
The baseball movie?
Oh, G-Baby?
G-Baby. I damn near cried when G-Baby got kebab, dog.
I don't think so.
I have to admit something. I've never seen Hardball beginning to end.
It's been a minute. I don't remember that shit either.
Watch that shit, man.
What about Ricky? More impactful than Ricky.
Ricky was lame as hell. He should have zigzagged.
Yeah, bro. What you running straight from a double barrel gunshot? Bro, first you gotta just hop that fence. There's a fence right next to him.
Yeah, I swear, yeah.
And that was one of them easy one-step hop joints, too. He could have been out. He might have got hit in the leg. Yeah. He playing running back, bro. He about to go to USC.
Man, little nigga should have zigzagged when he got his back wet.
He might have been a fullback to the running back shit, running straight.
Bro, he said he should have said that.
Bro,
Oh, that's a fact, bro.
that's real, man.
What time we at?
Hour 7.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can wrap this shit up.
Niggas watching gonna be like, yo, they stupid, bro.
Yeah, man.
Y'all seen that? I know it's probably in the list, but y'all see Papoose reposted the joint.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Shout out to that boy Pat.
yeah, that shit was dope. Appreciate that shit, man.
Yeah, shout out to Love.
Shout out to
sir.
Dope
all the
episode. Go
guests.
check that out if you haven't seen it. No Label Convo with Love the Genius. First episode of season 4. The best episode of season 4.
So
There's only
far,
been a couple.
best so far. Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all taking the time out to, know what I mean, sit with us and kick the shit. We said some controversial shit. Let us know how you feel. What do you think about culture vultures versus opportunists? Let us know, man.
That's a fact.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Facts. Any last words? 360?
Man, no label the pod, man. Season 4, man. We here. You know, niggas get that chance, like, yeah, man, you know what's up, man. You
know I'm out here, man, talking my
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, man. Make sure you follow the boy _ DJ360 Instagram. Tap in, no label the pod, season 4. We here, you know. We gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
No, man, but you know, season 4, we in here. They don't stop, man.
No Label the
Subscribers
Pod.
going up. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. Oh yeah, come on, go ahead, bro.
No Label the Pod, we out.
Peace.